Cobrajin here. Nice. So I realized that last time I streamed and tried to open those Wi-Fi. So that probably and while trying to stream. So I was streaming and trying to like play off a Wi-Fi. So that could explain why I was having so much trouble getting into a party and stuff. So I am glad. I didn't mean to abruptly quit. I had 3 little snags there, and my motivation just did a complete 180. I went from like wanting to do those relics and just like, yeah, let's get it done, to like, nah, let's go play some Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. Because I have been enjoying that, which is good. Game takes so much freaking time though, like, I mean, when you're really just wandering around, when you're like, just finishing off the map and like getting all the crevasses explored and getting rid of all the shroud and just trying to make sure you've been everywhere, done everything, been there and done that. Yeah, before you know it, you could have like 5 hours to play that game, and that 5 hours can go by, and yeah, like some sessions will be really good, and you get like a ton of experience and a ton of stuff done, and then other sessions you could spend like 5 hours trying to figure out like that temple in the Underdark with like those lightning or the laser towers that are guarding it. Like, yeah, just going up to that and like finding a way to kill the turrets, and then like getting inside, and then the device is broken, and then you figure that out, and then there's still that one damn stone door down in the bottom, and then there's that switch up in the top, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I've explored the whole damn thing. I figured out the puzzle and everything. I found some of the ingredient that I need for the one quest, the mushroom tongue, something tongue. I don't know whether I need further progress on another quest in order to access that area, and that's the bad thing. It's like, I think you don't want to get too lost in exploring in that game if you're not doing a quest. You kind of want to like, being a hypocrite because it's not what I did. I insisted on mapping out the whole Underdark and exploring the whole damn thing and figuring everything out. But yeah, it's almost best to make sure you're sticking to the quest, because I bet that one room I can't get in, and there's that stupid switch. And Lae'zel did give me a clue. She said, like, why is there a switch so low down to the ground? So that made me think, like, oh, maybe I could put something on top of it. So I'm sitting there trying to move, like, chests on top of it to weigh it down. And then I'm like, I would keep a party member up at the switch. And then, maybe they could stand on it. I don't think I tried to stand on the switch. I don't think that's going to be it. But, and then the final thought that came to my mind is it'd be so low to the ground for like a familiar or for a pet. And there's kind of that one tube thing right above. It's like, I don't know, there's so many tunnels everywhere in that game that you have to be like tiny to get into, but then I swear I've tried it with like a rat familiar and it didn't allow me to, so it's like, be like a beast tamer person, and is there a small enough creature, and then if you tame one of those you can send it in? Because I swear I tried it with like Will's familiars. Anyways. So yeah, that game's been good. and I subclassed my cleric at level 5. I started becoming a druid. And you know what's kind of interesting is I'm pretty sure my Sacred Flame actually did double to 2 to 16 instead of 1 to 8. Even though I subclassed. I didn't know that would happen. I didn't know I would still get a cleric perk from getting to level 5, even though I subclassed over to druid. Yeah, I was surprised to see my Sacred Flame was 2d 16. Or sorry, 216 damage, 2d8, I suppose. But yeah, I'm kind of stoked because I wasn't enjoying the cleric too much. Other than what they do. I mean, what they do, I don't know if people really appreciate it. Bless at the beginning of a battle, like, does so much. And then the cleric pretty much has to step back once he's concentrating on, like, Bless or Bane. But I go Bless because, like, I mean, Bane can miss. You cast it on 3 people and it hits like 1, maybe none, and you're like, oh goddamn, like I could have blessed. But yeah, Bless is just great. And what, you add like 1d4 to any saving throws. And guidance is incredible. I mean, trying to even play without guidance sucks. Like when you split into a group and one person is like playing each character, and then it takes you out of being in a group, so then like anytime, so like our one buddy is controlling the cleric, and then so he has the guidance there all the time, but then if I want it for anything I have to like pre-ask for it, which means if a conversation just happens, I don't have a chance to get guidance because she's not attached to me in that conversation. She's attached to somebody else, even though we're all a party and it should just be working as a group because that's what you're used to from playing one player. No, guidance is pretty much ruined in a group. And then my one buddy knows everything he's doing too, so he's just running around like. So it's a good thing he has the guidance because he's doing all this shit and like literally like knowing where to go right away, what to grab right away, has the guidance. So yeah, it's just like, what am I even doing? At the end of our session last time, I just kind of realized like I should just stop looking around. He's grabbing all the good shit. He literally knows if there's like a mystical item or whatever, you know, like a really good piece of gear. He'll know it's in this tower and he'll go and grab it right away. So here I am like looking through everything, just grabbing like scraps of stuff to sell. Meanwhile, they're getting ahead of me or waiting for me because they already know before we even got there where we were going, what we were doing, what the objective was. And then not even just that, but ways of like nerfing the situation. Like sneak over here, blow up these barrels, shoot this, drop it on their head, do that. Oh, you can do this. Oh, you can do that. It's just like, yeah. He says he's only done chapter 1, and I really hope so because I'm almost done chapter 1 playing solo, and I'll stop and wait for our joint game to catch up if he's gonna also stop. But if he's gonna play chapter 2, so he's like in the know again, just like he is right now, then I'll keep playing chapter 1 I'll get into chapter 2 on my solo game because I'm damn close and I enjoy doing everything and having to figure it out. Honestly, it's kind of the funnest part. Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna sit there following somebody around who knows what they're doing and knows all the shit and everything and will just like show me, and I don't get the satisfaction of figuring any of it out. Like, it pretty much ruins that game. It's a tricky game to play in a group, I feel like, because there's always somebody. It's like he's the DM, except he's playing. Yeah, because he's the only one who knows everything that's like going on, everything that's going to happen, where things are and everything. So he's got all this crazy amount of meta, the DM, but then he's like the leader of the party and like leading the group and everything too. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm probably just bitching about this shit. These are particular Baldur's Gate. I feel like it's particular circumstances that make it an optimal experience to enjoy. And I just personally don't feel like following around people in that type of game, like Divinity 2 or like that. Following people around that know it like the back of their hand is just not the same experience as figuring it out as a group or by yourself. As a group, that would actually be a lot of fun to just be going out there and having to pool your ideas and have discussions before you click on answers and everything, and to be like, oh, I don't know what to do, like what's gonna, because you know it's either drastically gonna go one way or another in that game. I've ranted about Baldur's Gate enough, but yeah, it's so funny. You think you're doing something helpful in that game for a character, and yeah, you help somebody out, and then you end up like somebody else gets mad at you. Just looking at my phone for a second. I gotta watch for shift callouts. Okay, so like I was in the Underdark, and there's those dwarves, the husband and wife, and the husband's all like fucked up and confused and everything. And then I realized that the mushroom that I'd saved that the wife wanted to sell in their shop, it would like cure the husband of his confusion. Okay, so spoiler alert on this quest, on this one insignificant side quest that you may not want spoiled. The dwarves in the Underdark. So yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, here, like I'm gonna make you smart again, so you're not such a useless turd. That way, like, you can be more useful to your wife. And I convince him to take the mushroom, and it makes him smart again. And it turns out he's like an abusive asshole when he's smart. So then his wife is like, "You've just ruined my life." Like he was abusive for 70 years, and now he's gonna like be abusive again. It's like, so you can think you're doing something good in that game, but it always has a way of like, it's never that simple. It's never black and white. It's always just a many shades of gray in no, like that's not a good way of putting it. It's, you're fucked in D&D like all the time. You try to befriend anything, it just ends up turning on you. You should have attacked. That ends up being, anytime you're like, maybe I shouldn't attack right away, you end up wishing that you had attacked right away. Like, and yeah, there's just no way of knowing whether you're morally doing the right or the beneficial thing in the game. You can say like, oh, I'm not gonna load and stuff, like I'm not gonna abuse save states or anything like that, but then all of a sudden you go to like do something helpful, and you have somebody mad at you, and you've just made it so a dwarf's gonna go back to abusing like his wife, and she's stuck in an abusive relationship. And all of a sudden your whole like not loading thing is like, all right, well, fuck, I don't want to have that in the back of my mind. And then I realized I probably could have talked to her, and that one option did kind of describe. There's one about, oh, no love lost between you two or something like that, and then she kind of does say like, oh, he was abusive for like 70 years. And he did sound like a right like asshole too. guys. I don't know why I'm ranting about this. Work sucked. I didn't want to rant about work. Unions are destroying Canada. Yeah, nothing has changed. End of the month, I gotta be out of my place. I'm gonna switch over to like van life, vehicle life. And now I talk to more and more people, and it's crazy the amount of people that are saying the same thing now. Millennials are taking to the streets rather than paying these fucking rental prices and shit. This is going to be super interesting. Like, it's going to turn into a major thing. I think a lot of these condos are empty. I think a lot of people are like going back to their parents, or partnering up with other people, or just saying like, no, like, I'm not going to pay that much. You thought I would. You thought everybody here was rich. You thought and a lot of people are very wealthy here. But it's like they thought because real estate profits went the way they did and everything, they could just treat it like everybody here has tons of money. And it's like, no, people are literally now just being like, we've been starving for housing, but that's not what anybody wanted. Nobody but the building company contractors that are going to make the millions and the hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, they're the only ones who wanted this. And the government, who can then say, oh, we made like 50,000 new units or whatever, they wanted that. And the contractors wanted these. Nobody else wants it. And as it turns out, the people buying the places are the ones that have to slave away for their entire lives to pay for it. So you're asking, a 20-year mortgage or whatever, 30-year mortgage of paying something off. And it's not what people want. So, yeah, maybe shouldn't have just gone with what was most profitable for the contractors, eh? Maybe? I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just some fucking idiot who understands, who feels through the lies. I see nothing. It's called, having a moral compass still, and have not sold my my ethics. So when you refuse to bend and change and bend the rules and everything over time, and become less moral and everything because times get harder and everything, like, you really really keeps your finger on the pulse of feeling how much the little guys are struggling. So that's good, because I am one of the little guys. Yeah, it's indescribable how horrible of an environment my workplace is, how incapable everybody is, how much the people who don't care are able to get in the way of getting the job done. Unions are so broken. You guys want to just keep going along with it? Oh, man. All right. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. And I don't get it. There's so many people in unions right now who will tell you exactly how bad union workers are and how they are just like ruining unions themselves. Just the whining and bitching of privileged people fighting over privileges they probably shouldn't even have, that the people paying their paychecks don't have. It's not hard to find people who are trying to tell you. People just don't want to hear it because they don't know what the answer is. It's demanding change. And the more people that know, the more you can hold the powers that be accountable. But it takes everybody ganging up. You can have one voice mean shit. Two voices in a workplace means shit. You literally need like 20 people getting together and saying, this isn't right. And that just has never happened. They've always kept it small enough. People give up over time. People quit. They always whittle away the resistance. I mean, I'm straight up choosing van life over embracing the broken union way of the union. I honestly just can't do it. I don't know why the boomer generation had no problem just taking perks that made whatever. No, I'm not going to sit here and push my stupid moral compass on other people. But let's see what happens. Let's fucking see what happens. Let's see if I literally choose sleeping in vehicles and going to another province that I never thought I would leave. BC is beautiful, man. It is so desirable here. No wonder the rest of the world started paying attention. Can't believe it took real estate prices for everyone to pay attention to, or real estate profits for the world to pay attention to how fucking beautiful it is here. Yeah, well, haha, suckers. I fucking grew up here. And in the 90s, I was a kid in the 90s. And I'm very grateful for having lived in one of the best places during one of the best times. I understand why why so many people thought they could run here, and like, I feel bad. You had the combined like desire of people to just live here because of how beautiful it is, but then you had like this ugly interruption in the natural order of things that was the money that foreign investors were able to make off of real estate here, and are still finding crooked ways to do so. Yeah, the combined demand of it, both it being beautiful and people thinking they can make easy money. And just like the government didn't look out for millennials and Zoomers to make sure that they could get houses in their home, just like, you know, we weren't looked out for in that way, and we're just going to end up without houses and everything. Like, that's... I don't know what I'm trying to say, actually. I'm fucking tired. I should just play a fucking game. Stop ranting about the shit. Forget about my work. It's never going to change. The people aren't going to change. People are very predictable. Like, super predictable. Oh, man, it's so ugly. All the ugly traits are coming out, like, so much out of everyone. Everyone copies each other. People get mad. They see somebody doing something that they don't like, and then their answer is to do it, but worse. It's like, you're the one, you had a problem with it, and now your answer is to do it too? So really the only thing you care about is that you're getting every stupid little perk that anyone else is? And that's basically the whole union. People looking at other people drowning in their perks and going like, hey, how come they have that one little extra bit of that one perk that I didn't get? That's not fair. I'm going to file a grievance. Give me some more perks. Give me some more taxpayer money. I didn't get something someone else got. Nobody's speaking up for the taxpayers, man. Nobody cares. But I got a good video ranting about that shit. I just listened to that rant, actually, because I saw that it actually had like 1.1 thousand views, which for me is huge. And it's my most ranty video I've ever done. Just an hour of straight up. And that's not what I was trying to recreate here. I'm in the middle of... oh, can anyone guess where I am? Did you guess? Teshin? You're fucking right. Yeah, I just had a really, every night is a really big struggle for me. This is the most important thing to me. And then as I was leaving, a buddy of mine on day shift, 2 weeks ago, he was convinced that this is the job he'll be at forever and it's his mission to make a difference there and everything. And now today he's just like, because they posted job postings finally, like, I don't know, a month ago or something. I didn't apply because I have no faith. The place is too toxic to sign up to full time, for one thing. And then I don't have faith in their fair hiring process. Every time I listen to any of the talkings about when they hire people, they always like pick and choose who gets hired. They ignore seniority. They do all this shit. And you know what? It causes grievances and stuff. I've seen, because they didn't fill full-time positions and they took like 7 months to do it, they had to back pay those people that were still like part-time. They had to back pay them full-time wages like 6+ months back just because they took their sweet-ass time to like, because they don't care, because it's your money. It's 6 fucking months worth of like full-time pay to somebody regardless of how much they worked. Oh man. So yeah, every time they do postings, it's just a bunch of people grieving it, and then I couldn't tell you, I have no clue, the tens of thousands to possibly who knows what number, hundreds of thousands that gets paid out every time they do positions once a year, and then they crookedly give them out not based on seniority and stuff, and then people grieve it. We never hear about it because grievances are hush sentences. Grievance money is hush money. Don't try to paint it any other way. I see how it is. I see the way nothing changes. I see the way nobody can talk about stuff once they get their grievance money. Grievance money is hush money. Taxpayer hush money. Literally, they use taxpayer money to give to people as a pacifier, and then not only a pacifier, but a gag order. Yeah. So yeah, this buddy of mine who was convinced that his future was in fighting for the healthcare system and everything, he was broken again because he has tried to apply for the positions 2 times in a row, and they won't even like answer like who got them, when they got them, why they got them. There's no way for us. So everyone knows they're getting screwed over, man. I mean, no matter how unintelligent and ignorant people seem to what's actually going on there, and some people really are. So half the people there just live in a la-la land. And I can't even be that mad because they're the ones who aren't as unhappy as the people who aren't in that la-la land. So, like, I don't know. I can't. At this point, I wish that without drugs or anything, without marijuana, without pharmaceuticals, I wish I could get to that la-la land simply off my mind, not noticing things. I really do. But yeah, and then there's so many people like just pretend they don't notice anything because they benefit from things being broken, and then there's all the people that literally just don't see things. But yeah, my buddy said he's going to wait and see what happens with those job postings, and then he'll probably be looking for another job. And he will. Like, he almost left already before. So if he wants to, he fucking will. It won't. He's like me. Like, he has to care, and he has to be able to just work, and he's trying to make a difference and everything, but the reason he's not like me is that he's actually got the balls to just go out there and be like, fuck this, I'm getting another job, and just go do it and not give a shit. Whereas I'm like terrified of having to go and get another job, and I have no faith that it would be any different than like every stupid ass job I've ever had. I mean, I'm in a union one right now. I thought I was finally getting into a place that would have control and everything. The amount they asked me about like bullying and everything and stuff in the beginning, and it's all just was talking points and stuff. I feel like a fucking idiot for even like believing any of their bullshit. we're environmentally friendly, and then just proceeds to like disregard. We give out plastic straws to we supply the hospitals with everything. We supply clinics, mental health facilities, nursing homes, fucking like so many places in BC all get their supplies from us. We give out plastic straws. I had to go through a fucking like course when I got the job talking about how environmentally friendly they were and shit. And now here we are, like, how long have straws been banned, and we still use plastic? The government still gives out plastic straws to all its facilities. Oh, I mean, that's just like, it's like everything is like that. It's like rules for thee and not for me. You know, I just can't. If a sign says stop, you better keep going, because that's what everyone else is going to be going. Like, that's, you know? If a sign says no talking, then just never stop talking. I don't know. It's hard. If someone asks you what's up, you should look down. Like, I don't know what that place is doing to my mind. I don't know how to, like, change my intelligence level to, like... Oh, but ultimately, it's me who, like, can't just not give a fuck, so... Anyways, that's that, though. Nothing has changed. Nothing will change. The good people all drop like flies. All that's left is these, like, sociopathic people who have no problem taking advantages that they shouldn't have over their coworkers or over the taxpayers and everything. That's basically just flooded and filled our unions now. Oh, you know what else I heard? And I'm not sure about this, but I talked to somebody who, and they've been there for a while now. They got hired with one vaccine shot. They mandated 2 here in Canada for every healthcare worker, and I waited until the last day. I did not work for a month and a half until I got, like, vaccinated. And even then, I was proving I was vaccinated days from when they were going to wipe my seniority. Chew on that for a minute. Normally, I would have to work less than... it's like 300 hours in a calendar year to lose my seniority. And then out of nowhere, they're like, you have a month and a half to get a vax. Otherwise, we have no obligation to maintain your seniority. No contractual obligation to maintain your seniority is exactly what it said. So they literally just changed the rules out of fucking nowhere. And then I talked to somebody who's, like, kind of newer. They've been there like 6 months or something. Yeah, 1 shot. So then I'm sitting here wondering, like, oh, they hire nothing but Indian people now. So I can't help but wonder, like, are all these people required to have both vaxes? Or have they literally, like, brought in a mandate, watched, like, watched the white people just disappear? So they literally, like, eliminated the white people over time from the fucking workplace and then get rid of the mandate? I don't know. Maybe they just, like, slacked and they let her in with, like, only the one. I like this chick, and the last thing I would want to do is wish more vaccines on anybody. Or maybe all they cared about is the first one, because that's the one that fucked me up. So I know that's the one that had a serious effect on me, was the first dose. I can't even believe I got the second dose. Well, you can tell that my life was headed towards free fall already when I, got that second vaccine after having heart inflammation from the first one. You know, I must have been feeling, like, desperate for things to not fall apart if I actually made that sacrifice. But yeah, I can't believe how insulting that is, that they just, like, would now, if they're hiring and not requiring the vax mandate, it's like, what have they done to our unions? What have they done to our healthcare system? All the truckers, all the trucker protest people, like, that walked from the job because they didn't want to get it, and they were totally right to do so. I'm not saying whether the vaccine was good or bad. I'm saying it was ineffective enough that it should not have been mandated. And the people who stood up for their right to not do that, they were fucking right. Definitely. Without question. Can't tell you about it, whether it had any effect or not over natural immunity. I'm not even making an opinion on that. But the people who wouldn't take this untested, unproven, and stood up and said, no, screw this, like, screw your stupid mandates, your fear mandates, implemented by people who have a biased opinion because they've been told that the sickness is gonna affect their age group because all our fucking politicians are dinosaurs. Why did nobody even talk about, like, the bias that would have been behind the decision-making process of these people? It's like, oh, you're overweight? Oh, you're that age? Oh, you've been drinking your whole life? Oh, you're afraid because of a lifetime of decisions, and where you put yourself, you're super vulnerable. So you're afraid. So you're literally just like that, gonna toss, like, vax the kids. Anyways. So yeah, that's worth looking into, actually, whether the mandates even, whether they're even requiring shots anymore to get a job, because I'm almost positive they did not ever hire the fired healthcare workers back. I don't think they know how. I think they're too stupid. I don't think they ever should have fired them in the first place. I don't know if they legally could. And then to go back and try to reinstate it and everything, first off, I don't think they know how. They're too stupid. Deleting it is one thing. Reinserting it into the system is probably a whole other thing. But then they probably weren't supposed to delete people's seniority to begin with. So then to admit that they did wrong and to reinstate it, they would basically be proving that they did something, like, criminal to begin with. So it's much easier to just do. Meanwhile, people's lives fell apart and the healthcare system is still falling apart. But yeah, we need to look into that. We need to look into, are they literally hiring all these people now and not requiring vaccines after they destroyed our healthcare system with vaccine mandates? After they never hired the people back that they fired, and after they never admitted that they shouldn't have fired. Let's not forget that, like, Ottawa was going to come out with their own vax mandate for healthcare workers, and then there was push. Okay, so they announced theirs, and then BC announced ours. Theirs should have kicked in before the BC one kicked in. I think both kick-in dates were like a month away or something like that. The Ottawa one should have kicked in before the BC one, but they canceled theirs due to clapback and, like, people fighting, or whatever the situation was. Whatever had emerged, they canceled their vax mandate on fucking healthcare people. And we still went through with ours. It's like we didn't announce ours until they announced theirs, and then they canceled theirs, and we just still did ours. Honestly, I think it was just incompetence. I think it was nobody knew how to. Yeah, it's. You would not believe at my work, like, the levels of. There's nothing they can get right. Like, I go in to have. We don't even have the equipment that we need. I don't have a printer. I don't have the power pallet, or the pallet jack that I'm taking is literally going like, because it's been broken for 5 years and it, like, falls down. It's a fucking lift and it can't lift. They should call it a drop. So yeah, I'm, like, surrounded by way more people, twice as many people as we need in there. And you know what's hilarious? You want to just proves. I wish I could show you the pictures. On day shift, the shelves are flooded with equipment because they have so few people on their shift. On my shift, we don't have enough for everyone. We have to go without in Pod 12. We just have to have no printers. We have to have no pallet jacks. We need to have no. We just go without. Our equipment shelf is barren and completely empty on our shift, and then day shift they have like 30 extra printers. Somehow this privileged ass gate kept shift, somehow when they're like, what should we do to try to get the workload done, it's like, I think we should add more people to afternoons and graveyard. And then all the day shift people like stand around going like, yes, good idea, I concur, I completely concur. Like literally the people with 30 extra printers, and then our shift that's short 10 plus printers every night, and they just keep putting more people on my shift. Like, has nobody heard of, what is it, diminishing returns? It's like every person they add now just slows down the overall pace because we're all just in each other's way. Not to mention we're all now going without equipment. We've become like second class to the other shifts and shit. We get the shit end of the stick for no logical reason. Like I said, whoever's making that decision, they're just trying to gatekeep all these annoying things that the other shifts have to deal with from being on day shift, because it's a bunch of high seniority, privileged ass. That's where most of the white people are. It doesn't even matter with race, though, when it comes to seniority, man. The high seniority people are fucking... Oh. So I'm done. Van life, I'm going to make just under... Once I pay off my van, and once I... If I can do that easily enough, then, like, I might think about doing that again to get a property over in Alberta. But, and that might motivate me to work more. But otherwise... My goal is just going to be to make under my personal exemption, so I don't really have to pay like any taxes. So my goal would be to make around like the 18,500. And yeah. That's a nice amount of money to live off of if you're not trying to live this stupid life where everyone's just unhappy anyways and not having families and losing all their friends and Alright, so I think I'm gonna look at... I'm excited. I'm scared. I spend a lot of time on my PlayStation. Things are going to be drastically different. Just going to have to learn to use my Steam Deck. And the only problem there is that, I mean, that thing, like, you charge it and you take it somewhere and you turn it on a few hours later and you're already down like 4% battery before you've even like turned it on. Well, no, it like boots up. And you're already down to like 94. The battery is almost non-existent. It almost feels like it's dying the minute you turn it on. I mean, it is. It quite literally is. But like, it's such a short battery life. It's hard to even call it portable. So that's going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to get some sort of power for the car, and, because, yeah, if I'm going to want to get good gaming out of that thing, where I can sit down and play it for, like, 4 to 6 to 8 hours, I'm going to have to figure that out. And then I might figure out, like, places I can go to plug in, like, internet, maybe I can find a cheap, like, internet cafe type situation, or, find somewhere I can go that I can plug in and spend time. Because I'll have the Steam Deck and everything with me. I'm gonna be living out of like a duffel bag and a backpack, but there's no reason I can't have my Steam Deck and the dock. The dock is so tiny, so it'll just kind of always be with me with the Steam Deck case, and yeah. Because, yeah, I pulled the deck out at work last night, and I couldn't believe that. Like, 94% instantly. It's like, you can't just give me, like, a minute of You know, 99. You can't give me like that 1/2 second of feeling confidence in the battery. You gotta have it so the first time I look, I'm already going like, oh shit. Oh, I should have turned the brightness down. Oh shit. uh. Yeah, just worried about it instantly. Just before I've even started playing a match of Marvel vs. Street Fighter, I was just like, and you know what? The joystick on that thing felt damn good. I went to play with the D-pad, some Ryu action, and I was not feeling the swoopy moves. I switched to that joystick. That was nice. Like really nice. I wouldn't normally gravitate to joystick on a controller, and I don't know if that's because the D-pads. Maybe I just need to wear it in a little bit, or maybe it's. I mean, it's a pretty stiff looking D-pad, to be honest. It does not look like a D-pad that's going to be very good with the down diagonals. Oh, I mean, I guess it is. It's got some nice little curves to it. Put a couple games on there. I put Sonic Generations on there. That could be cool on the deck. I got that Marvel vs. Capcom collection. That's perfect for the deck. I put Fallout New Vegas. Never really actually fully played that, so it might be a good excuse to get in some New Vegas. And I also want to put on, because games I can easily play offline are kind of the goal. And then Witcher Wild. Oh no, I put Witcher 1 back on there. That's right. Why the hell not? When I started that game, I remember it being quite good and quite immersive. And even if it's slightly older graphics, I remember it looking good. And I'll be playing it on the Steam Deck itself. So tends to make older things look even better because they're not on a big giant screen where you can see unsharp resolutions and whatnot. So yeah, I do have Witcher 3 though. Since pretty much everybody who has an opinion about games and played any Witcher at all, and then I assume even people that didn't play Witcher basically like dropped down on their knees to celebrate Witcher 3. Excuse me. I gotta work tonight. I should really get some packing done. I've kind of stalled because I got a hold of my dad, and he's not gonna help me move shit till, which really isn't good. I wanted his help sooner, and I think he's like, "Oh, you can save money at the place." It's like I'm trying to avoid stress. He really doesn't understand me. I think I'm just gonna stop ever. I mean, I don't really give him advice because I don't tell him what to do. Sometimes I ask him to think critically more or be more critical. But yeah, I'm just not going to give him advice anymore like that. I'm not going to ask him to think more and everything. I'm not going to ask him to be more open-minded, but like I'm also going to need him to just keep some of his, if he's not going to understand the situation I'm in, then just keep your fucking shit to yourself. I'm asking you to help me in something that you don't understand why I'm doing it. So I need you to like swallow your shit and help me. I don't need you to keep proving to me that you don't understand what I'm doing. I already know, and it somewhat breaks my heart. I'm trying to accept it. Can I still come to you for help? But yeah, he's like, oh, let's try to go as close to the end of the month so you can save on those couple days. It's like, oh my God, I'm trying to get a jump on it because I'm always so last second. And yeah, so now like Friday, he said he's going to help me. I don't like how close that's already getting to the end. Okay, so the first isn't until Tuesday. That's good. I'm really going to have to get the brunt of it done then with him on Friday. And that means I'm going to have to find some, you know, like when I went to him, I called him Saturday or Friday. Because I was like, oh, I could do it tomorrow. I could do it the next day. I could do it. I was like, I could do it. Yeah. And he's like, no, let's try to wait till closer to the end of the month so you can save fucking money. Like, literally save, like he just doesn't understand. My shit's going in storage to stay there for a while. This is an accepted expense. I've canceled many of subscriptions and everything that are literally going to pay for the fucking storage just off, like, canceled PSN internet. I switched over to YouTube Premium, so I'll save a bit on what I was spending on Spotify. But yeah, now if I get him to help me on Friday, that means I mean, I wasn't really planning for him to have to do everything with me. I just wanted for him to do a load with me, get shit out of the way, get it started. I could go back on my own or with somebody else. But now he's made it so that if I do it with him on Friday, I then have to take care of the rest on either Saturday or Sunday. I'll also have Monday, but if I need help from anybody, yeah, I don't really like it. I mean, I feel like he injected his opinion about how I should wait till the end of the month because he wanted me to save whatever. We're talking like 4 days worth of storage. Like, my shit's going to be in there for probably years now. And he's sitting here talking, like, that's a little he understands. He's sitting here thinking I'm worried about like 4 days worth of storage fees. When I'm literally like letting go of the idea of having a house. Like, so it's just making me realize, and then yeah, so now he pushed it, so we're doing it Friday. It's like, so he kind of got his way. It's like he suggested it. I tried to tell him I wasn't worried that this getting around the stress meant more to me. And then it's just like, okay, well, and then we end up agreeing to do it on a day that's closer to the end, just like he had suggested, when really that's not what I cared about. So he needs to really just stop trying to inject his plan and his fucking opinions on me. Because it's his plan and his game plan that I'm right now trying to get away from. Because it's one that's like trying to swim in quicksand. And I'm making sacrifices to get away, which means his opinion now isn't going to mean shit. Because he has no advice to a fucking vehicle. His generation didn't go through in mass what this generation is with the lack of housing. So he doesn't know. His advice no longer means anything. He's now just like out of touch. Man, if he existed in this day and age, he wouldn't even get a fucking girlfriend. Girls would walk all over him, just like me. I have no fucking luck. But yeah, his whole like approach and everything, and just the amount of effort he was able to put in, and like what, you know, that would never have flown with like modern dating. He has no fucking clue, man. I probably would have found a family in his generation too. Maybe. That's a bit ignorant to fucking say. I wish I could know. I wish I could see if somebody like me had grown up in his generation, how different. Yeah, there's a better way of putting it. I wish I could see how differently things would have gone if I had grown up in his generation. Because then, you know, if I could see how different that would be, then it could be like, look, Dad, I understand what you're saying here. Like, look, this is how things went when I grew up in your generation. Like, I get it, you know? I know they worked hard, but the thing is, there's times that they said they almost gave up and almost couldn't do it, right? And it's like they now say that it takes twice as much money, so effort, and that's including inflation and knowing everything. It costs twice as much to buy a house now as it did when they did. And I don't just mean the dollar value, it costs so much more. Dear God. Values have gone up like 10 times or whatever since they bought houses. But they say like the whatever, it's like when they take inflation into account and they see like how much of your income and how long it's going to take you to pay it off and everything, with how much the average income is and how long the average person takes to pay off a mortgage and shit. It's like it takes twice as long and it's twice as hard and twice as expensive to fucking. So if they barely made it and their marriage barely survived the struggles of raising a family, then how is anyone going to do it when it's twice as hard? I don't get how that's hard to understand. If they know that they barely made it, how can they possibly think that it could be twice as hard and people are just going to be able to manage when they can admit that they almost gave up? It's a beautiful day out today. Not very not a great example of the cold times that I have coming. You know, the good thing is I'm pretty good with the cold. Actually, I'm pretty damn good with the cold. And I like to do little workouts and stuff too, and like the best way to keep warm is to move. Just do some fucking like squats, man. I'm pushing it to like 80 now, 80, 85 squats. And I do the first like 35 standing on the fronts of my feet, on the front balls of my feet, or whatever you would call that. Yeah, I prop up like that, so I get nice little, got to work on the balance and everything. I do the first like 35 squats like that, and then I just put my feet down. But then I still find myself wanting to like go on the front of my foot too. It takes like effort for me to like, no, plant your goddamn heels. Because I do feel it a bit more like in the butt and the back of the legs and stuff when I put my heels down. It does work some different muscles too. Whereas the one where I go up on the toes, really good for balance and really good for those foot muscles and everything, and calves. And then it still hits like above the knee. But like, yeah, it's nice. My knees have gotten stronger. I don't really need my knee braces anymore. I still wear them with shorts just for comfort. But, yeah, I don't feel my knees like clicking. They're getting stronger. I love feeling like the strength in my legs. I gotta say, I've stopped doing any arm stuff because my arm's sore and I'm trying to freaking heal it right now. But really focusing on core right now. Trying to focus on abs, which is awesome because the hungrier I gotta go, the easier it is to like focus on abs. Let me tell you. You go hungry for a couple days and suddenly you start seeing them better and like seeing that progress. But even more than that, way more than that, is like when you really start to feel it. Like I was doing planking mostly. I could do like a 4-minute plank in almost like a, almost push-up position, but on your elbows. I can do 4 minutes like that. I struggle through it. Sometimes it's really fucking tough. And I did find that was really good. And like upper abs, I felt like it was hitting pretty good, but it was not hitting lower. Was not really hitting that V. And so suddenly I kind of started, I was doing both, but then I was like liking the feel of the crunches from doing the crunches, and I don't let myself relax anymore. I really try to like keep it tense, keep my abs like tense, and never go down to the floor. I just kind of go to the point that I'm still hovering any further, and I'd be like relaxing on the ground, and then I just kind of go back up. So it's like never really like much of a release, and that's feeling like, that's feeling so good. Like, I gotta say, once you get a couple months into like just little daily, and even when you miss it for like, you can miss ab stuff for like a fucking week, and you just put like your 2 days in and you feel like you're right back, man. It takes longer for this shit to go away, I swear. But man, it just feels good. Like, I feel it in my legs right now. I feel it in my stomach. Like, yeah, I want to spend more time on like these muscles. Like, fuck the arms, man. I'm tired. For one thing, I'm tired of hurting my arms. I'm tired of having like a muscle tear and then getting like, you know, dealing with that pain in the ass because of my physical job. Yeah, I don't know. More so digging this like foot balancing, going up on one foot and going onto like the front ball of my feet on one foot. The cool thing about gaining confidence and everything with that balance is like once you put 2 feet back on the ground, you feel suddenly like 3 times as stable. Like, it's not even just twofold; it's beyond twofold. And it really plants you. It really makes you feel like sturdy and connected, and just, yeah, I wish I could take that positivity into work, man. I come home and just motivate myself and like try to better myself and everything, and then I just go back and the place just tears me back down like every single day. I mean, I really wish I was just stupider. I always thought I was stupider. I always thought I was. But then it turns out I notice things other people don't notice. And not only do I notice them, I notice them. They shout at me. The things that other people don't notice are extremely obvious to me. And I have an extremely hard time pretending that I don't notice these things. So I don't know. I know it's my lack of control over my own brain to like not care too much and not get overly involved in everything. I know like that part falls on, and that feels like a lack of intelligence because it's a lack of control. But then, like, how stupid am I going to call myself for noticing all these common sense? It's like common sense is just constantly banging on the door, and nobody else seems to hear it, and I'm getting driven crazy by it. So I don't know. I really put myself in like a losing situation here. I could have this comfy, super easy union job. I never ended up. I know I saw in my rant that I did before, I said I was going to milk the doubles and everything because I had to be there less because of the toxicity and everything. I never did that. Never did a single double. that next week when I went to actually do the doubles, I wasn't even able to get any shifts because the scheduling thing was so broken. I couldn't even get regular time shifts. So I kind of took it as like karma that I never should have bent my morals, my ethics. I never should have like bent because of my situation, right? I thought I was just going to move into one of the apartments, one of the condos around here, and that I was just going to have to do whatever I had to pay it and everything. And then that next week I couldn't even get regular time shifts with my 4,000 plus hours seniority. And with all the overtime they hand out every day, every shift, I couldn't even get shifts. So it's like, that's okay. In my heart, I knew I didn't want to do that anyways. So I hadn't yet given up on making it work. But now that I hear myself saying that, it actually encourages me to stay, to have confidence in my plan. Because hearing that I was bending and knowing what my motivations were and everything for bending my morals, like, I'm almost glad that I wasn't able to get shifts and that it really did feel like a karma thing. And other people would tell me I'm fucking silly. I don't care. I'm like sad that I was bending like that and just saying that I was going to do it. Struggling for reason to sell all your morals. Otherwise, every single person, I've said this already, but it's so important. Otherwise, every single person would have a good enough reason to cheat, lie, and steal from the people around them right now. Every single person. Because we're all struggling. Not just one person. Okay, yeah, like 10% of people aren't struggling. Maybe it's even fucking more, but either way. Even the people who have lots of money, though, feel the financial crunch, and it still gives them enough reason to, like, sell their morals on certain things to keep maintaining that income that they have, if they haven't already sold it to get to where they were. Yeah, I can't believe everyone really thought that struggling financially was, like, a good enough reason to just disregard other people. It's crazy. Everybody, you all need to stop wanting to live so long, honestly. Like, we're not acting like we can, we're not walking the walk. We're talking like we want to live 100 years, but we're walking like we want to off ourselves at 70 before we become too expensive, or 60, or, you know? Everyone's just pretending, man. Pretending that the world can all try to be 100. Like, no, it literally wouldn't work. There's a million reasons. I don't have to get into them. You can look it fucking up. Look up what would happen if everybody lived to be 100. I'm sure there's a video out there. It'd probably be very interesting. It literally takes people who are willing to, like, not have that long of a life in order for things to continue. And most of the time that's tragedy that decides that, but it's so funny, people's opinion on, like, someone who says that maybe they are good by 60. Like, I always said 50, like, growing up. I always said 50 and done, 50 and done. I definitely agree with how good a shape I've kept myself in. There's no reason I couldn't easily go to, like, and still enjoy myself to 60. But then that all depends on what the world is around me. I mean, we could be living in nuclear fallout in, like, a couple of years, and then at which case I would definitely maybe not even get to 50. So, like, it just, I mean, you look at how significantly harder things have gotten every single year over the last, like, 10 years. If that pattern at all keeps up over the next 10 years, then yeah, I'll be done. Now, here's me assuming that's not going to happen because I'm going to make changes to make sure that doesn't happen. But, like, yeah. If the next 10 goes like the last 10, I'll be done, son. Life's been good to me so far. No point in spoiling it, man. You know? Isn't that funny? I just had a funny thought. I haven't put it together. I don't know if it makes sense, but the let it rot movement. It's kind of funny because, like, the people that want to live to be 100, I mean, they're the let it rot movement. They're literally like, I'm going to live until my body completely and utterly falls apart, rots away. Like, literally, my insides aren't going to be working anymore by the time I'm done. Isn't that the let it rot people? Somehow you're looking at the people who are like, yeah, I don't care if I'm done at 40. I don't care, you know, I'm going to live like there's only 10 years left. Like, those people are going to go out fresh. The people that want it to rot are the people that want to live to be 100. By the time you're 100, you are literally nothing but like a drain. Every year, you probably become more expensive on the healthcare system. Every year, you probably contribute less. Or you just actually stop contributing almost anything. Then again, old people still pay taxes on like their fucking pension, all that shit. So it's horse shit. But yeah, let it rot. More like die while it's fresh. Live until 100 is definitely letting it rot. You're just a drain. You are the rot. You're literally like the living, walking rot. I'm sorry, it just all depends how you look at it. And most people aren't even themselves by the time they're 100. It's a bit sad. In a way, you're probably just kind of being like carted around for everyone else's sake at that point. They're not ready to deal with you going yet. You don't remember who you are. Behind closed doors, you probably constantly make comments about how you're just ready to fucking go and you hope that you don't wake up tomorrow. But your family's carting you around for their own sake. Alright, I should get some frame in so that I can also get some packing in, because I've already made so much progress that if I make 2 totes worth of progress today, things will be looking fantastic. So I've got my list here of my relics that I'm going for. I need to finish off because I've been lazy, but before I lose my PlayStation here, I need to finish off Grendel Prime. I just need the blueprint, and it comes from 3 fucking relics, which is weird. Alright, so I need the Grendel Prime blueprint. I need Protea Prime systems from the Lith P9. That one's more common. I don't think I'm going to have much trouble getting that one. I think the Grendel's become a little bit tougher now. And then other people I saw... Oh, and then I need a Neo G6. So I need a Miso G6 and a Neo G6. That sucks. I hate needing 2 G6s. And then the other shitty thing is I saw that some people are doing one of these because it has some other piece in it too. So, and they're doing it intact, whereas I need it radiant. So yeah, that sucks. I need 2 G6s. I'm gonna screw that up. So yeah, I made the mistake last time. I was on Wi-Fi. I didn't know I was on Wi-Fi. Hoping this will go smoother. This is a lot better of a time of day. Like, a lot better. It's 9:18 a.m. I think I was like middle of the, I don't know, or like 5 a.m. last time or something like that. Horrible time. All right. I will just run and have a quick smoke. And then I won't talk anymore about healthcare or housing. I will just focus on Warframe and maybe talk about Baldur's Gate a little bit. I would love to serve the public, though. One last thing, I would love to serve the public when it comes to the healthcare system. I would love any of my inside knowledge from being in the union. I'm perfectly willing to share literally anything. I'm not looking to name names or throw people under the bus. It's really everyone. There's no need to pick and choose. We're all a part of it, even myself. That's why I say sorry. It's why I feel ashamed. I'm a part of it too. And I'm sure it's every union too. If it's this level of easy to get into a union, I'm sure. Oh man, I'm sure if the public were to actually start demanding some numbers, they could start really seeing where their money's going. And there is people that have no problem sharing why it's broken, how it's broken, and trying to make a difference. As a matter of fact, some of us lose our ability to keep fighting every single day. You know, like I said, I saw that guy giving up today. He's been a warrior out there looking out for everyone when it comes to safety, when it comes to certain things. He's been a fucking fighter, just standing up to the management and everything. Nobody fucking appreciates it. And he's out there threatening to call in WCB and like just telling them they have to do better and demanding for them to do better. And he's made a real difference, but he's giving up again, and he will give up because you can't. It's just always up and down in my work, and eventually you can't take it anymore. So, but people like him and I are more than willing to have any honest discussion about what's going on. You got a bunch of people pretending. You got 90, 95, 97% of people, for whether they're pretending they don't know or whether they actually are ignorant to what's really going on, like, have no interest in discussing this shit. None. But you have that very small percentage of people that are trying to help the public right now. And if we could just get like the right forum or the right people listening, I mean, that's just it. If the public doesn't care, I mean, if you guys can hear what's happening with your money and you just shrug it off, then it's like, I mean, yeah, that's empowering all the people that are abusing it. That's empowering the lazy ass people that don't want to like enact change to fix things. That's empowering. It's all it would take is enough of the public saying, "Hey, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this happening? We're all struggling, and this is what you guys are fighting over? Perks?" Until the public gets involved, you're just going to have more and more of these soldiers that are fighting for you every day falling. And eventually, there's going to be nobody left fighting for positive change. It's just... I don't get how people aren't I don't get how this isn't a push to privatization. But then the ship would sink and we would get privatized, and that's never happening. So, but it honestly, the only thing that really feels like it makes sense is that this is all just trying to sink the ship to push us to privatization. But then, like, the ship's been sinking for 20 plus fucking years, so I'm not too sure about that. I thought about trying to get that guy on and pretending I have like a podcast, like just setting up 2 fucking chairs and doing the camera and just acting for like one, just for one video, just act, put up some fucking plants and then just act for like one fucking video, put some water on the table and stuff, you know? Act like I got a Jamie in a booth or something, maybe get like a third person and act like they're like our tech person or something, but really it's just somebody like rolling doobies on the side. For me and Sean, yeah. But yeah, I almost want to get him on first sit down. I'm not sure how it would go. But I sit here ranting by myself, and I listen back, and I've had a couple good points. That one video I made for an hour-long unscripted rant, it's just catching the right mood. It's catching the right moment where my mind has snapped and I'm willing to speak up, but I'm also feeling like I still have a grasp on sanity. And I come across as articulate, and the passion just built up and I need to unleash it. But I wonder what it would be like to, set up 2 chairs, sit down, maybe come up with some questions ahead of time, and just have an open discussion with somebody else. And because I'm sure he gives 0 fucks about being seen, or it's like me, the connection to who I actually am at work for anyone. We're warned about what we say online and everything, and social media and sharing stuff and everything. We're warned when we get the fucking job. So I have no idea how much of a headache, but I've never listed names, and I'm just always looking out for the public. That'll always be my top priority. I won't let any hush orders or anything get in the way of that. And I don't think anything I've ever said has really been a problem. I think maybe I've come close a couple times. I saw that most viewed video or one of the most viewed videos that I have, my literal rant. That was a good one too. But oh shit, what was I gonna say? That fucking video, why'd I bring that up? Oh, in the middle of it, I accidentally said one of the forbidden terms. I didn't even realize it. It was just a moment of passion. And I slipped, because then even after that, I was like, oh, you got to say this, you got to say that, you got to say this on YouTube. But it's like, oh, dude, I literally said, like, I would blank myself. Like, I said it in full honesty and everything. And somehow that video still, like, it didn't get thrown into the shadows. Somehow it still ended up getting seen, which is a bit crazy. Because it literally starts with the disclaimer thing at the top of the screen saying there's like no entertainment value to this video. I talk about video games for 1 minute and then am just going to rant about why Canada's falling apart. So, I mean, I pretty much just have the video games in the background half the time, just as something in the background. Because I'd rather have this face, this beautiful face, than my own face. Even though I'm a little bit better looking than this guy right here. Not as cool looking though. I don't look as cool. I may not have wings, but I do get high. Despite. Oh, marijuana's a beautiful thing. Fuck, man. Oh, now if I can just get myself into a better place in life where smoking can really be enjoyable again, because I don't have to sit around just thinking about the future that everybody's gonna that everybody doesn't see coming. I can't wait to kind of get away and let go and get to a spot where I know that I'll be good, and I'm ready for whatever's coming. I mean, jumping to van life, in a way, it is almost like unplugging from the Matrix. Not as severe by any means, but if society were to fall, I would be a little bit more fucking ready. I'm canceling my subscriptions. I'm canceling my live service accounts and everything. I'll have a smartphone like every fucking bum on the street. I'll have a smartphone in my pocket that's a mini computer. But yeah, I'll be living off data, Wi-Fi. Not a single subscription other than YouTube Premium. No Disney Plus, no Netflix, no Spotify, no Prime. No more ordering. I don't care. Keep your fucking free shipping. I don't want to collect things anymore. Possessions are an anchor to make you stuck in one spot and take away your options. Cliche, but you may get to a point in your life where you start wondering if that's true or not. I get to find out by putting my anchor in a protected and safe place. Knowing it's still there, anchoring me as a person, because a lot of those things are part of who I am. So I know I don't need to throw that away, but yeah, I get to unplug. I don't know, this could be the time for it. Look where everyone's headed with like wearing their technology or having their technology implanted. We're getting there now. We're just glued to technology so much more than we were before. I don't really think I have a problem stepping back from that. It won't last forever. There'll come a day, whether it's a solar flare, Apophis, just a general, whatever, microchip, lack of supply, whatever the hell it is. It's like this age of never-ending growing technology. I think we all will get unplugged one day, and if it happens by accident, it's going to be very on accident. If it happens on accident, does anybody else struggle with that fucking term? Like everybody else in the world just says on accident. It happened on accident. It happened on accident. For me, my stupid ass has always said by accident. It happened by accident. I did, but it was by accident. It happened, but it was by accident. That's what I would say. But the rest of the world is just like on accident. Oh, it happened on accident. It happened on accident? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so I guess it's like it happened on purpose. Okay. 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 It happened on purpose, so it happened on accident. Okay. Okay. It's got some logic. Because you couldn't say it happened by purpose. It happened by accident. It happened on accident. Is that horseshit? Do people just say that because it happened? It did happen. I did it on purpose. Like you say on purpose, so people just say on accident, or is on accident legit? I'd rather think about this than everything else. Oh man, I was happy there for a second on accident. On purpose, on accident. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I will be right back. Gonna jump into this shit. What's the matter with you, boy? Oh my god, now we got that part of it, we got the meet you. Oh, funky stones. Man, white people get called out for like cultural appropriation, whether it's music or whatever. It's like, motherfucker, we just accept other cultures. Part of accepting is to let it influence you. Influence. People say that I'm a bad influence. Yeah, we let ourselves, we don't block ourselves out from other cultures' influence. And somehow that's seen by more tightly kept cultures as cultural appropriation. It's like, maybe you're just less open-minded and a little bit fucking protective of what you consider yours. You know, I've had to watch the whole like braids thing going on, people calling out like white people with braids in their hair and shit. It's like, okay, well, I've heard a valid argument that that's a like a Dutch thing, or like yeah, I thought that was like the Dutch or the Vikings or whatever. It's like, so are you literally like getting this defensive over something that you isn't that appropriation? Like, once you're literally trying to claim it and tell other people that they can't do it, like, isn't that like, you're confused? Anyways, I couldn't tell you. I don't give a shit either way. All these black women with fucking like bleach blonde hair. It's like, Can you imagine how stupid they would sound, like sitting there getting mad about braids if like wasn't even? They're literally trying to steal it from another culture, claim it as theirs, and then get uptight at people who are just out there like embracing every culture around them. Anyways, I was going off on the stones there. I just remember hearing people like Mos Def or like other people calling out the Rolling Stones for not inventing soul or funk, but just copying it. And it's fucking stupid. I'm a fiend for the funk, man. It can be like cheesy pop music and you put like the right wah on there, or you put like slap bass on, or anything. It could be like a 4-second slap bass solo to transition one part of the song, and I'd be won over. I'd be like, okay, I literally am like down with disco because it's fucking funky, man. I don't care. All these people shitting all over disco, and I'm just like, man, it's funky as fuck. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't care. Funk has been imitated. Funk has been um, popified, whatever you want to say. Funk has been mainstream. People can use generic funk as a way to like sell a song. Fine by me. One of the first artists I really got into was David Bowie, and the man literally just like chose influences and dove in. Ever seen David Bowie like high as fuck on Soul Train, performing Golden Years and Fame? Holy, that shit was awkward, man. Like the whitest of white dudes. High as fuck. Puts out a funky album and then they fucking put him on Soul Train. It was a bit awkward. But yeah, can you imagine if like David Bowie every step of his career just gets called out for like imitating or embracing his influences? Or what about the amount of people that were influenced by David Bowie? But then I guess it's almost not really so much his sound, maybe his voice to a degree. But I think with Bowie it was more so just his style of creating a character and creating concepts and alter egos. And yeah, Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane, the Thin White Duke. Not sure what other names. His Diamond Dogs era, maybe. He was wearing dresses around the man who sold the world. But yeah, I feel like there's a distorted line, a distorted definition between like cultural appropriation and actually just being open-minded to other cultures. I mean, if you think sitting there blocking out anything from another culture because it's from another culture and you're going to shut that down and not let it influence you because it's not your culture, like that's... a little bit closed-minded. That's almost like fear of change. That's almost like fear of, I don't know, like what's your... You know, that's maybe a little bit too much pride in your own if you're so afraid of allowing anything else to, like, influence your culture. And then maybe that's how they get to the point of, like, they. What do you mean, they? Well, I was thinking about the whole hair thing, and I was thinking about black people getting mad about white people having braids. But, or dreads. But, I derailed myself with that comment and fucking explained myself for 2 seconds. Think about what I said for 2 seconds, then just lose it. Oh yeah, maybe that's why black people get a little bit defensive of their culture because they feel like closed off to the influence of other cultures. So maybe that eventually leads to this assumption that they didn't allow anyone to influence them over time. They did nothing but influence because they just feel closed off to outside influences. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just fucking rambling. But I do know white people are pretty fucking open-minded and accepting of other cultures. We were, anyways, for a while. You go back far enough, and we weren't. And the way it's going, I feel like somebody played an Uno reverse card or something, but okay, Terminators. I'll be back. Okay, fan, where can I benefit without you being too annoying? Oh, really? But now that you've mentioned it, this place is a joke. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. It's a motherfucking joke. Sorry. Inner dialogue, reliving conversations. It's where anxiety comes from. Reliving fucking conversations. It's like if I didn't care what these motherfuckers, if I truly could disregard them like I try to like strong talk, then I wouldn't be reliving my conversations with them in my head, because I really wouldn't care at all. I got literally shouted out of work at the end. It was like 6:12. My shift ended at 6. And I was standing right by the exit by like a place to wash my hands. And I was just talking to this lady, Paula, because I didn't want to walk out while still talking to her. I wanted to like end, I wanted her to walk away, and I didn't want us to keep having the conversation. So we were just talking. And yeah, it was like 6:12. And I hear like, "Hey Ryan, are you on the clock?" Like, no. He's like, "Then can you leave?" And like, it was just so fucking rude, man. It's like day shift comes in at 5:30 every morning, and it's in our way for half an hour, and nobody fucking enjoys it. Anyways, it's just the way he fucking said it. It's like, all right, you want to be strict all day here then, and then maybe I don't have to come into 10,000 lines and like way too many people here. Like, you guys want to be uptight? You want to act uptight? Oh, it's so funny. My job, it's like for fucking special people, man. Everybody's special. You're goddamn right they are. You're goddamn right they are. Like walking into walls, hey, you should probably wear a helmet, special. Absolutely. Everybody's fucking special, man. Oof. I finally got mad after asking nicely for the ladies. Oh man, there's the more of them that there becomes. They seem to like being obstructive. But yeah, I finally, like, while standing there waiting for someone to stop creating a roadblock, I finally, like, asked, like, yeah, can you move and then do that? So you're, like, break this roadblock so I can, like, work, so I'm not being paid to stand here waiting for you to freaking move. But yeah. Oh, can you sort that once you moved? And then she just, like, slowly goes by. Almost didn't even give me quite enough room. And I'm just like... I was like, oh, way to go, you almost did it. Because I asked nicely at the crew talk and said I don't have the patience to be asking 20 times a night politely for people to stop making roadblocks to stop others from working. I literally asked, like, it's not easy to come in here motivated, and if people do come in here motivated and we're behind, just let them be motivated. Like, don't stop them from working. Don't. You want to not work, you want to talk or whatever, just do it. That's you. That's your decision. I asked nicely, and then some people obviously take that as like, oh, I'm, gonna be more annoying now. They think microaggressions, like, I don't know. I don't know what people think about microaggressions, to be honest. Uh, what it is, like, pussy's conflict? I mean, I don't like conflict either, but, like, microaggressions, and then if you call them out, they just, like, deny. It's like, oh, you fucking pussy. There you go. That's pussy, yeah, pussy conflict. That's why I called it that. I can't work around that many people the way it like infects my mind like this. This isn't what life is about. I knew I shouldn't have worked around so many people. And if everyone else is so damn good at it, why do they suck at it so bad? Working with other people. There's no teamwork, there's no cooperation, there's no respect. Humans are predictable. And what I don't get is if you can just admit to this predictability, which it's not always rosy and nice, it can make managing humans so much better. But then we just like pretend that we're better than we are, and then we create opportunities for abuse, and then we turn a blind eye when it happens. Except Diddy. They got him. Alright, so I mean, I could stop being a pussy about it and host. But hosting gives me social anxiety, to put it generically. Is that one of my ones? Nope. Oh, yeah, it is. Looking for. Alright, let's see. Wow, I'm not seeing. I need to really start doing these sooner when they're like just exploding. So basically when they drop. Like when Glaive dropped, it's just been a while now. I mean, it's been like 40 days or something already. Maybe 50. And you know what? They're about to change again too. I think the resurgence in like 2 days or a day and a half or something. So like, okay, so that guy's looking for Neo G4. That's not one of mine. Goddamn. Like, holy. Neo G6 rad. I mean, I need that. Nobody wants to host. See, I just gotta grow balls and to drop my balls and host, and I could just get it done. I need that. I won't say talk this time. That was social anxiety, like literally. That's what. Oh no. That's what happens to my brain. I wrote the guy and said talk. Oh shit. Which one was that again? G6. Neo G6. Neo G6. G6. What do I press start? Neo G6, Neo G6, Neo G6. Alright, well I knew this would be the easiest one. Luckily, I only need one of each piece for Grendel and Protea.
Mission complete. The captain has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done. Mission complete. The captain has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Oh, I may have been muted. Okay, so I got some argons in there, so I can start up Misa. that I got from last week's Duviri circuit. Gonna feed her to the Hellman because I have my Misa Prime. Misa Prime's a rad Warframe. Her number 4 can be amazing. She's good for Duviri, and I feel like she pops in Duviri a lot. And I only had to put like 2 formas into her, and for whatever reason, she just doesn't scream for more. She's got like an attack buff that goes randomly to another player on your team. So really, if you're running with like one friend, I feel like Misa would be rad, because then the attack buff would always go to that one friend. And then she has like her own defense thing. I put Eclipse on her, yeah, for sure. And then you crank her number 4, and it's just like, think of McCree. That's right, McCree. I don't know what they changed it to. Think of McCree from Overwatch, but like unlimited. It's high noon forever. It's still high. It is still. I can't believe it's still fucking high noon. Yeah, Misa. Whew. It doesn't seem like ability range is, in my opinion, it didn't feel like it's very important, because her number 4 seems to just go like as far as bullets go. Oh, it changes like the angle, like how big the view is, but that's fine. Then it just takes like the tiniest little bit. Oh, a tiny little bit of aiming. Just a wee bit. But yeah, I recommend Misa because she is low forma investment. It's a cool character. You can use the focused intensify. I mean, I guess if you're early on and you don't have a better option, because efficiency is really important with her. You don't want, I don't know, in my opinion, you don't really want to blind rage the hell out of her ability strength, because the hit to efficiency is just too brutal when trying to crank her number 4. You want it to last, which is where Duviri comes in handy, because you can get all those decrees and whatnot. Ooh, so I need one more piece of the chlorophyll. I should probably look up how to get that, and I could just complete that. Ooh, wow, that's... I probably missed that in Prime Relics. Glaive Prime! I mean, I want to get Trey to get this thing, and hell, I should get like a backup of this thing. It's still available for like, I don't know, 20 plus days, 20 to 30 days. People say don't miss it. Even though I'm not the hugest Glaive fan, but we'll see. I kind of wish I had my Pro controller for a Glaive, that then I could do the melee with like the back button, and it wouldn't obstruct my ability to use the joystick. So this, I do have the one piece. I do want to get the other one. I think it's in Armageddon missions or something. Cinta. What the fuck is the cinta? Doraclav. The fuck is the door? Repeat. The hell was I looking for? Hesper. Yeah, there we go. I got the one piece. Ooh, I need quills for that. I see. Oh, I knew I needed these pieces for something. I was like looking around for it. It's like there's something I damn well needed these Vokas and these quills for. Oh, that kind of tells me where I probably need to go to get these weapons as well. So this will be the Zara Man for the Rue box. Oh no, sorry, this will be New Deimos, the Sanctum. Yes, and it's those other pieces that were the Zerman. Yes, yes. Alright, one down. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Let's see if the luck can continue. What we got, what we got, what we got? Oh, is that what people are running is Sevagoth? Right, so I probably I should do Sevagoth. It'd be G7 rad. I need G7 rad. No, I need Neo G7 rad. I hate that one. Oof. I almost just messaged that guy like. It's okay. I need the Lith G8 and Neo G7. That's just ridiculous. Both those are Grendel. The Grendel piece that I need. But yeah, it's crazy. Every time I see that Lith G7, I'm going to be like, huh? But I need Neo G7, Lith G8. Ridiculous. Fucking vacuum cleaners, man. Okay, so I know it's gonna be the Protea piece. If I can get even one of them, then maybe I could just finish the other one solo. But I need to... I need to get the one taken care of before I start investing that amount of void traces. Because I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to find that Grendel group. And I need a job that, like, you gotta stare at the screen like this, like that guy in the Matrix that always had to be monitoring the fucking green matrix code shit, reading what's going on and stuff. Because, yeah, I mean, this shuts me the fuck up. I can't sit here ranting away, and my mind just gets preoccupied reading this stupid and like it's not English, so it's not proper thoughts. It's just like I should just host. And then I gotta like keep inviting, and I gotta find people. And what's really brutal is when you're trying to build the group and like people are leaving, and you just have that constant like, oh yeah, it's at least easier with like 2 people. That's why I don't mind even if somebody's hosting. And they have nobody else, like I'm happy to join that, because now we're half the freaking group. Which means somebody knows when they join it's going to be 3, and then as soon as it's 3, it turns into 4. But yeah, I hate being the host and like getting to 2, getting to 3, or like getting, yeah, I don't know. Can someone help me level up? Yeah, literally anyone. Just go into anything. Go into a defense. And people will help you level up. I mean, I prefer survival, but then you're chasing chickens. Wow. And I need Metho. I need Miso G6. That's Neo G6. Man, this is balls. And then I need Neo G7. This is total balls. This couldn't be any more annoyingly close with the numbers. Alright. P9, here it comes. Lift P9, here it comes. Oh god, would you shut up, Necros? You really don't have to do that every like 2 seconds. Should get that tick checked out. It's a bit weird. Alright. I'm growing impatient. And yet... Necros, man, you got to stop with that. Alright? Well, maybe you should not. So many G relics, G this, G that.
The system continues to fall into chaos. Check navigation for active invasions.
Oh, motherfucking blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm bored. I can't do this anymore. My mind is just, wandering. I need to kill my mind. I need my mind to stop. Yeah, I definitely need to be more preoccupied than staring at that fucking list right now because alright, so let's see what I have. Let's see, we got I need Neo G7. So I got 8 of those. And what about the G6? Miso G6. I got 11 of those. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . got 6 of those, but either way, that's a ton of sources for that. And then I need the P9. Okay, I got tons of that. Three that are already radiant. So, I mean, I got the relics. What am I at for void traces? 1137, but I'm getting double. Grendel farm all 3 parts. That's stupid. You'll never get a full party. Just stick around. Just, dude, micromanage. Just do one at a time. Good luck with that project. All 3 parts. I need Miso G6, not Neo G6. For the love of all that is holy, I should just... Okay, so then I should still go into... public ones. I may as well. That way if I miss, I might still get something good. And that way if I get it... Okay, so I need a Neo, Miso, or a Lith. But probably, preferably Neo and Miso. Neo. We got that Neo capture here. The G7. This Nautilus. That's what other people were going for. What the hell is Nautilus? Yeah, whatever. I got it. Okay. G7. Okay, let's go in and try one. See how bad it goes. Okay, I like the crew. I like the crew. We look like a crew. Guy at the back looks a little new. That's okay. I feel like we've been doing this for a long time. Turning back the clock like I was rewind. Spinning off the track like I was sublime, feeling so fine. Focus on shine, bitch, and fuck the sun actually. killing me from 93 million miles away. Can't believe this is actually working. I mean, that was the longest ship fly I have ever had, and I was
Find
loving
your
it.
target and bring them to the extraction
Oh, just slam the ground. Look down. Fuck. What? Why are your ground slams so horrible? What has happened? Why have ground slams changed?
Stay focused.
Which way is the exit? Ah, not down there. Where are we? Ah, so none of us can see the exit. Okay, so just go to any other marker that it gives us. It's probably overriding the exit marker. How the... Oh, we gotta kill enemies. I see. I see. Let us do that then. Man, where are the enemies? That was annoying as fuck. Doomed to happen? Okay, sure. Man, what in tarnation is going on? What the? Wow, these fucking maps, man. Like, what? What a trip this level has been. And, like, where are these stupid enemies? Ugh. Oh, yeah, now just dump enemies on us. Where are we going? Alright, 0 for 1. Oh, come on, you're taking the 2 times 4, man.
Another job
Well
executed.
That's why I do it in a group right there. Hey, I got a Protea one. That's funny. Ooh, what's this, a text? Is this a shift for... What do I need to pick up? Oh, hey, it's Trey. He's down to game. Hey. Oh, that was super annoying. I wonder if I go this other capture, maybe it won't do that. Probably. It's also a Neo. That's all I need, right? Neo. G7. It's right there. I could just get Trey in on this, actually. And we could go in Tooper. And it would at least double the efficiency. And he could put his own void traces in, and then it would get him the piece as well. That would be smarter. Then again, I'll probably always feel this way. But then again, I'll probably always... Why is it acting like I'm hosting with my Wi-Fi here? I'm not on Wi-Fi. I don't think I'm hosting. Okay. What are we doing? So we need to kill to get the things. And then the other things go boom boom. Because it's all I want to do. Oh, get to extraction. Let's do that. Riven slivers, nice. Fuck, I didn't know it was over. I should have went to the end. 42 seconds. Alright, I got this. Got it. Oh no, what is that? What is Pandero? Pandero? I don't even know what that is. Fuck it. No. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. What even was that? Pandero? What is Pandero Prime? I can't believe the Grendel just popped and I left it. Oh my god. I've been trying to get that for so long. No way. I don't even know what I took. Pandero? Pandero. 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 I am Pandero. Oh my god, I can't believe I just took that because I don't know what it is. Oh my god. I mean, what am I gonna do? I can't just... I'm not gonna get another one of that Grendel piece. Okay, right, so I have the other relics that I can also open up. Okay. I can't believe that happened. I mean, some people say that it happened. I know it's a thing that could happen. I know it happens to some people. I just can't believe that actually happened. Like, of course, when 1 gold drops, they just gotta drop frickin' 2. Grendel and that other thing. People are just like not even knowing what to fucking choose. I mean, I don't think it matters. Let's just capture the fucker. Yeah. Scans indicate our target is no longer in the vicinity, for he is already captured. You fucking discount money penny. I might have actually killed something in there. Using my resource booster to get lots of minty plants. Wow, they're everywhere, man. I don't even need those things.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
626. So is. One person's there. Okay. 400. Okay, nice and straight. I like it. I like it. Gold star. Oh god, that's not good. I hate my life. Wow, oh, that's embarrassing. Gyros. Alright, 60 void traces. Very nice. Keeps making us kill people. Okay, this is why it's better to just search for it. Every time I get lost looking for it. If I saw it and I had to go for something else. And then that other guy was all like, whoa, face. And then the guy who had put that relic down was like, yeah, that's right. It's the Pandora, the Pandela, Pandora, Pandadalushi. Whatever it was called. That's this guy. The Pandora.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here. Corrupted foes are dropping back. Use it to pop open. The reactor is working on the
Oh, both. Maybe that's why people don't capture the guy. Because maybe if you don't capture him too quickly, it won't trigger the kill people. Maybe. Getting around his operator. Ten out of 10. Get there. Shadow Stalker. Oh, look at you die, Mr. Shadow Stalker. Whoop. Of course, another gold still pops. I might even need that, because I might need 2 of them for that weapon. I could very well need that as well. But that's okay. I am not passing up on 2 Grendels when I popped 2 Grendels in 3 relics. I can't abuse those type of odds, because that's getting lucky. I forget, it's only a 1% chance if you don't put void traces into it. I think it's around a 10% chance if you have it ratted. So the fact that I popped it 2 times in 3 relics is against the odds. I mean, I should get Trey in on this. The only thing is, like, I've been waiting so long to take care of these. And I'm actually finally getting it done. I mean, I got Glaive crafting. And I'm about to start Grendel. I mean, it's taken me like months. I'm afraid to even interrupt that. Even though I should get him in on it, he doesn't care about getting all the, like, Warframes as much as I do and shit. I mean, he's got his ones. He doesn't need to collect them as much. Okay, what do we got? Grendel. So I got none of these pieces. Sounds like the guy was saying they're not the easiest pieces to get either, but we'll see. Oof, I thought I needed another piece for a second. I almost... Yeah, I did not see the third one. Alright, I got the Argons as well.
Sorry. Artists will play with the volume up.
Okay, cool. So... yeah, I get master rank from all these guys. Haven't done them yet. And then I'll have Grendel as well. Haven't mastered these guys yet. Nobody in here. Yeah, that's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up to 10 frames. And then Bratton I've already mastered. I just got the Incarnate now. So I might have a purpley mod. Riven. Yeah. Might have a Riven for it as well. I forget. Or I just remade it for the Incarnate. Kind of surprised I had gotten rid of it. Must have been really hurting for space. Alright, Glaive Prime. Nice. I should go good with my Kuva Nuker. I mean, Kuva Nuker is pretty deadly on its own, but the thought of, like, always having a melee in hand while using it is pretty awesome, too. Okay, so then I would need P9. Neo G7 Rad Share, and now that guy's hosting that one that I just did by myself. Yeah, that life likes to go like that. Host G7. Should almost do it again. I could just grab Trey the BP. Nah, I gotta do that. Because Trail wants Sevagoth Prime. Yeah. So I should try to get that with him. Yeah, true that. I don't gotta focus on, like, all these other guys. Although, it would have been nice to get him to get Glaive. Okay, so lift P9, lift P9. I mean, do I really want to, like, really test my luck on this one? I guess I was already due luck on those Grendel ones, seeing as I had opened probably 15 already trying to get it. I don't know if that's an exaggeration. It's definitely like 10. It felt like more, and then I kept going, and it like kept letting me down, and I was just like, oh my god, what am I even doing?
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. Corpus have Watch out. I'm detecting oil stations nearby. Do you have an active relic? Prepare for reacting. Corrupted enemies are top of the reactor. Hostile here. No detection of enemy sensation.
Nice.
Stay focused. Track them down quickly. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
Got it. I'm just gonna say that was some of the like smoothest fucking bullet jumping too. Like I'm even incorporating the that's right, get it boys. Even incorporating the fucking operator transfers into that, and then that final one I did there into like I had the perfect distance to do an operator void sling, so I just did it for the fuck of it, like changed to operator, did the perfect void sling, went back to my frame, and instantly did a melee slam into the ground to take the Protea thing. And the funny thing is, maybe the amount of time you take actually, like, determines what you get to. Wow. So 3 out of 4, I got the gold. And the other one I got 2 formas. Wait, there might have been one other round of something in there. There might have been one other round, but maybe not. At most it was 5, and I got 3 out of 5 got the gold off of like a 10% chance. Alright, yeah, that's why I didn't want to, wow, and then I just gave it to other people in that group there too, which is awesome. It's cool, like, that's how I got 3 out of 4 of the pieces for each of those frames. Was just picking them up, because if you're playing when the stuff drops, and I guess that's actually a good reason to play more when the stuff does drop, because I feel like that's probably when you luck out. And just get the pieces. Okay, so what did I get? Protea. Another fucking frame. Man, I'm gaining them faster than I can learn them. And, like, that's always been the case, but even... even with trying to learn some new ones and stuff, that help. I mean, they're almost coming out with them faster than I can freaking learn them. Alright, used up all my art. Alright, I'm super happy. I might end the stream and go game with Trey for a bit. Since I got a few hours, a couple anyways. Yeah, a few. Before I really gotta think about work. I mean, I'm pretty tired. I should. And I was gonna get some packing done. Although I guess I don't have the shift booked for Friday yet, so Thursday, I should say. It might be smarter for me not to try to. No, I need the money, man. I need to do my 3 days a week. I'm gonna learn to live off it. Okay, so yeah. Got all 3 of the things done that I was trying to. And the crazy thing is, 2 of them I just went in and did them solo because I was too lazy to find a group. And I had pretty well, you saw it. I had pretty damn good luck there. Got a couple more Forma blueprints. Even walked out pretty decent void traces. Really, I should play more. Man, I have... Trey wants the game, but like... I should just be taking advantage of this resource booster. I don't know, just grind Steel Path relics to max out my void traces at least. Build up some Ducats. Build up some more Forma blueprints. I'm pretty happy that I'm back up to 20. Even got a couple built again. That's nice. Can choose something new to invest in. Oh, there's somebody running the P9 now. There you go. I just had to go in and get them done. What do I got? How's my Tang Ping doing? I was gonna say, what happened to my money? Wasn't I above 400k, but I started that crafting? I thought I just had money like disappear. Okay, yeah, so Tang Ping. And I'm gonna get the good Fever Strike in there. And that's the only primed damage that I have for melee, unless I put impact, which I don't really want to do on this thing. Its impact is quite small. Yeah, it's like it's a slash weapon. But yeah, I'll get that. So I'll have the 1 minus sign in there so I can put this. Nice, at least it's the toxin that's primed. And I got it full. Costs a goddamn lot to get them up full. As you can see by the fact that even with all the playing I've done, I still... Although these are faction ones, like it's a big investment. I do want to get them all done. If you're going to use them, they should be max. But, you're also talking 30,000 endo and 1.4 mil creds just for these last 2 stages. So 30,000 endo, 60, 90, 120. K endo and like 5 mil more, 6 mil, 5.5, 6 mil, and 120k endo just to max out these mods right here. And again, all 4 of these, it's like they haven't been that useful because it's like, yeah, this is good, but like, I don't know. If you're gonna use it, it should be max. Same with any of these. If these are gonna take up a slot, yeah, it's good like this, but what are even like these faction ones? $8 point, 9 point, 1.3. Wow, yeah, like these, yeah, I mean, 9 points gets you 1.3. This is only 1.45 for like 4 more points already. That's crazy. So yeah, I do got to get another Forma into here. I put the stance one in so I could put this gold, so I could put that in there. Even these, a jump to the regular one is still a decent boost, 90%. I lose status chance, but whatever. Uh-oh, what day is this? Is this later this week or is this next week? $22 $600 warehouse attendant. 25th, that's tomorrow night. See, now that would be smarter for me to get my 3. Oh, but shit. They got like some meal coming for me or something on Friday night. There's some like ordered food, a barbecue or something. I mean, somebody else will be there and they'll need that food and they can eat it. I should get my 3. Oh, I'm gonna have to do 3 in a row. I'm gonna be so, oh, the place is so draining. Maybe I shouldn't game with Trey right now. Maybe I should just be selfish with my time. I should secure this shift. I shouldn't wait. 2206 Y7394. Y7394. Yeah, I should take it. Get my 3 days. What a struggle it's been just to do fucking 3 days, man. It's just the people. I hate it because I'm very sensitive to my environment, and I used to be such a happier person there. It's been quite the downfall for me, and now people almost look at me and be like, "Oh, you know, like you're happy and so social." It's like I was when this place was. Now it's just a social pressure that I don't enjoy. It's not something I can force. It's something that just happened. Alright, so I'm going to call it. This was a good little conclusion here. That's nice too. I got to show kind of how good the luck can be when you go in and try to unlock stuff sometimes. I mean, you saw I got that rare part. I don't even know what that was. You know what? Yeah, let's finish by figuring that out. Equipment, inventory. prime parts. And it was a what are these? Sell price, name. Smite. Okay, good. Yeah. Pandero. Oh my god, I have a Pandero blueprint. What is this? Oh my god, I can completely craft a Pandero. Well, what do you Pandero? Huh. Okay. Okay. See how that happens? Didn't even know it. Just threw another weapon at me. Here's another one I should complete. Wait a minute. I've already crafted and mastered a Pandero. And I've got all excited. I ditched Grendel. Oh well, it's 100 ducats. I just didn't recognize it. I just didn't know. I couldn't hover over it and have it tell me, like, you know, wake up, you already own a Pandero. I just alright, well, okay. Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? Oh my god, I did need that, didn't I? Yeah, that is a Carius Prime Receiver. That's the one where I was like, I think that's when I took the 2x Forma. And this was a silver option. Dang. I could have finished those finally. All these damn dual weapons. You always forget what the hell their names are and like what you have and what you're building. And Herbider. Alright, if you checked it out, thanks a lot. Sorry for the ranting. I just got to get shit off my chest. And I mean, this whole streaming channel is just a gaming journal of sorts for me. It's really the only point. It's a place to track my own thoughts, and with the assumption that nobody's even really going to check it out. Otherwise, I'd try doing something helpful. Anyways, thanks for checking it out. We got some shit done. Thanks for helping me get some stuff done. Sometimes I need to turn on the stream just to motivate myself, especially when it comes to like learning some of this new stuff and everything. It's always really helped to turn the stream on and feel like an extra kind of motivation to keep going and get it done, figured out. Because I've figured out a lot of stuff in this game in the last few months, thanks to like, I don't know what role the streaming plays in that. All I know is it's been kind of enjoyable streaming Warframe. It's a good game, man. It's good to see its popularity. I thought of a cool thing. Can go in and like add up
Might be wondering if I'm holding back on y'all.
your total Nightwave level. I kind of wish I had remembered it so I didn't have to do this again. Okay, 68, 118. Man, I gotta slow down on this. Like, this math is so bad for me. 68. Okay, let's do the small ones first. 68, 75. So then that'd be like 125, 155, 157, 187, 196, 196, 197, 207, 213, no, 212, 212, 272, 274, 314, 314, 315. Okay, so I would need to take a calculator. You know what? I'm going to do that right now just to see if I can do math at all while on the stream. 315. I mean, I felt minimally confident. Minimally. I tried to go into it with confidence, and I felt slightly confident that I pulled off faking the confidence. Plus 11 plus 65 plus 42 plus 1. 315. So yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool. Cool bragging rights. And I know my number wouldn't be incredibly high, but it's starting to feel slightly better. Like, it's starting to feel like my momentum has been going on for a while now, especially with these last two that I pulled off like pretty good numbers. These are decent numbers. Lackluster, really good number. Yeah, this has been really consistent now, but I think that's rad. I wish it gave us our total. I think that kind of really shows like your time. I really like just being able to look back at this actually and being able to see like the lots of enthusiasm to burn out, to coming back to the game getting like pretty rad, and now we'll see how they can continue this. Really, I mean, I guess they got like Warframe 1999 coming and some pretty like drastically different sounding stuff, so that's good. I mean, that's kind of what this, it's kind of what it needs again. It's kind of what the fan base is getting used to be honest. It's just a game that keeps evolving, keeps adding new game modes to figure out, new ways of earning frames, new ways of playing frames, new enemies to play, new game modes to play. I mean, that's basically what they've just done the entire time, like incredibly consistently. It's just constantly reinvent the game. Like, they must just sit down and be like, alright, so what can we do that's just going to feel like they're not even playing Warframe, but they're still playing Warframe? Seriously. Like, Operator, Railjack, Necromech, Duviri, index. Like every single game mode. Yeah, it's like, how do we make them hardly remember that they're playing Warframe? Alright, Cobrajin out. Thanks for checking it out. If you did, peace out. Have a good day. I will be back. Good luck to me at work. I think I'll do okay. I'll try not to rant about it when I get back. Glad I got it off my mind. Flappy claps all around. Peace out. Have a good one.